to the Inner Alchemist TV. In today's video, I want to take a look into Melody Cherie Rogers. I know there were some questions about, or statements even, about why she's not promoting the show, or kind of a just general acknowledgement that she's not watching the show. And I was curious and I wanted to know, why isn't she promoting the show? What's going on? And so I thought I'd pull some cards and see kind of what was going on with her, or, just what came up. Now, when I was doing that, right, when I was shuffling the cards and I laid out her spread, the Justice card came up and it reminded me of the court situation. So I think the last time they had court, it was like a continuation, and I could have sworn that it was for April the 30th, if I can't recall. And then I just remembered, I haven't seen anything in the blogs or anything in the timeline about whether or not that court date happened. So if you guys heard anything, let me know down in the comments if you heard anything. Only because this Justice card came up in the hopes and fears section of the reading, and it just jotted my memory. And then there was a contract card, and so I was like, okay, was there some type of agreement or something made during court? And it just flashed my mind. So like I said, for any of you guys who have information on that, sorry, I just dropped all my stuff, then go ahead and let me know. So the reading is opening up with the Lover's card in reverse, and also the Three of Cups in reverse, and also the Moon card in reverse. So I'm showing that Melody is in a withdrawn state right now. I had a theory that Melody had a boyfriend, right? If she does, I think that maybe that whatever flirtation she was going through with that person, it kind of fizzled out. But I don't want to focus too much on that part because she hasn't confirmed or denied that she has a man. But the Lover's card is here. She had the Lover's card in her last spread. Two of Pentacles is here. She had the Two of Pentacle cards in her last spread. So there's somebody there, but she had a couple of different options. And I feel like the one maybe she liked the most, or the one she felt like the most connected to, like kind of like on a soul level, or that she felt was her soulmate, I feel like it fizzled out. Maybe the person was being a little bit controlling, or they had some type of like struggle for dominance, or she felt like maybe it was going down that path, and maybe she kind of like, I don't know, backed off a little bit. That might be a common theme, though, amongst relationships that she ends up in, where there's these power struggles or these controlling issues. You know what I mean? She might be having a little bit of regrets about even going down that road, or choosing that person above the other person, or something like that, because it looks like there's like a sense of regret. Now, that's just if she's in a relationship, or if that's something going on. Like I said, I don't want to spend too much time on that because I feel like it's too hard to relate to, because nobody's seen her with anybody publicly, right? So let's just stick to kind of like the show. Now, with the show, I show that Melody, there's some type of ultimatum on the table, or some type of decision that needs to be made. I feel like she laid some cards out, or she stated her piece about something, and somebody's like delaying giving her some type of response. And it's going to be it's going to lead to her ending up in some type of like giving an ultimatum, like this or that. You know what I mean? Because there's some type of conflict between her and maybe like another person. And I feel like there's like some type of drift or disconnect. Now, this could also very well have something to do with the cast, because she did get the Three of Cups, in reverse, and sometimes that can represent being blackballed by your friends. Now, could she be not promoting the show because of that? Possibly. My download that I got before I did the reading told me that she was trying to minimize her face as the brand of the show, or the direction of the show, and that she wanted her personal endeavors to overshadow what she stands for more than she wanted the Love and Marriage Huntsville Association. And so that download is what drew me to the cards. And so I don't know if she's not promoting it, like I said, because she's not trying to be the face of that brand. She's trying to be the face of what she's trying to create and what she's trying to brand. Also, she might be just under the weather. I'm showing a lot of burnout. There's a lot of being tired. There's also some psychic attacks. That's been going around a lot. I've been getting them too. Where people are just sending negative, like spiritual attacks. That's kind of like draining your energy, making you tired. And I show that she may have been under something like that. There's some type of harm that happened to her through some psychic attack. I don't know if that's sent from another person. But it's almost like a sense of her needing to defend herself. There's some spirits. Definitely some spirits coming around her. There's also some things that she didn't know what was going on. Coming to the light. You know what I mean? There's some things that she's learning about, and I don't think they're good things. And so again, that could cause her to feel like she's, having a war in her mind or being attacked. Like I said, she has a 9 of swords, and that's a card of kind of like stress, you know what I mean? Insomnia, not sleeping at night. But at the same time, it is crossed over the sun card. And this is in the unconscious. And so I feel like she's up at night thinking about the kids in some type of way. There was some bad news in the recent past. I don't know what that's pertaining to because I didn't clarify that yet. I clarified most of the spread, but something was telling me to start speaking. And so I just queued up the camera before I started finishing the spread. So I'm going to be finishing it while we're reading. The 3 of Cups in reverse. This just represents Melody not having a lot of time to socialize or even be on social media just because of some other commitments that she has. I feel like she just doesn't have to hang out. There's some type of nostalgia that she's having too, over feeling like, I don't know, maybe lighter or like in a better mood. Right now, she's not in a good mood. Like I said, I feel like there was some blackballing, or there's some people that are forming like a clique and trying to exclude her from it. And I feel like maybe even though she doesn't want this, maybe the feeling of being left out is still kind of like bothering her in a way. Because it is showing in her spread that maybe as part of the show, people are not celebrating her victories, or people who she has been supportive of, or have applauded during some of their victories. They're not doing the same for her. And this is something that she's noticed, or that she's noticing. She's also feeling like she's around people who she doesn't have similar values or goals. And there's also like a sense of envy. Now, I don't know if this is going to result in an argument because, like I said, there's hidden things coming to light. And I don't know if there's a conversation or argument with someone, or her expressing to someone that like she felt like she supported others and others aren't supporting her. And then there's either a word or a feeling of envy coming up. You know what I mean? It could be something like that. There's a lot of swords energy here though. And swords energy is like, this is like arguments, but these are like upper echelon arguments. You know what I mean? These are complex arguments. These aren't necessarily like, talking crazy, but this is like, sophisticated digs. You know what I mean? Or strategic digs or something like that. I remember I called another reading a strategic ice out. I saw something like that. But this seems a little bit personal to me. You know what I mean? I feel like things might be looking up for Melody, but again, there's some other stuff that has to come out. And you know what? Honestly, with this High Priestess in reverse, I'm gonna have to go as far as to say that it's in regards to another woman. I don't know if there's a woman that's doing something like underhanded or behind her back, especially with this 10 of Swords. The Ten of Swords, it is in reverse, so that represents kind of like something, you coming out of something, but not for long. Like this person isn't done. Maybe she had like a round with this woman, and it was like, okay, cool, whew, got that out the way, we moving forward, right? And then this person is coming out the cut doing some other shit over something that was supposed to be dead and gone, or something that, I don't know, maybe she got the upper hand on somebody and it was supposed to be cool and it was over with, but then this person is like coming out of nowhere, doing something to like reignite or to like reaggress the situation. Now, Melody, her intuition is usually on point, but she's under some type of like psychic attack or something like that, and I'm showing that her intuition is like blocked for the moment, especially with her moon card in reverse. With the sun card here, it represents children. It could represent children because she has the Page of Wands as well, but the Page of Wands is in reverse. It's in the recent past. It is bad news. I have to clarify that. But with the sun card and the moon in reverse, I feel like she's almost having to wait for things to actually come out on the surface, because she's not able to feel her way through something, because like I said, she's being psychically attacked. And what that means is that's like, you know, I mean, obviously it can be done through energy work done on you by other people, warfare, if you will, or just kind of like mental, you know, there's a lot of mental anguish here, especially with this Nine of Swords moving in her unconscious. This is definitely her thinking a lot at night. And I think, like I said, I think it's in regards to the kids, because it's a sun card here, but also just trying to get clarity and trying to iron out some of her feelings. To me, I feel like it's just burnout. I feel like she's just tired. Nine of Swords can be a card of depression, anguish, but the sun card is here, and it's just a burnout. You know what I mean? And I feel like it's just sucking your energy. And like I said, she could be under the weather. I don't know about you guys, but my allergies have been cutting a rug this season. So it could be as simple as that. You know what I mean? Not to make it something big. You know what I mean? With the High Priestess, I feel like she's more withdrawn when it's in reverse, and the Lover's in reverse, Three of Cups in reverse. She's just withdrawn, and she's taking on a more business-like demeanor, more formal, less social, more loose. Maybe her guards could be up, but again, this is because of like her being excluded, and I think that maybe that's one of her guards, maybe one of the ways that she guards herself or protects herself when she feels like she's being excluded from fun and friend groups. It's just to be about her business. You know, maybe she's one of those people who's like, you know how they say like your best revenge is your paper? It could be something like that. That's how she alchemizes her energy, is to focus on her business, and like I said, be very curt, be very formal with others, be very withdrawn. Like I said, you know what I mean? But I feel like she might have a reason to, for the time being. There's definitely some type of unrest or some type of turbulence or something. She's seething over something. You know what I mean? I also show with the High Priestess in reverse, she's standing up for herself about something. Like, I don't know if this is Carlos or what, but she's standing up for herself about something, because, or it doesn't have to be him. It looks like a few people, but it's almost like her, like, not being a doormat. You know what I mean? She's like, I'm not finna be nobody's doormat. And because of that, people are like, ugh, like, she an old witch, or ugh, you know what I mean? Or, you know, they have like a sour attitude about her, because I feel like, because she was like, it's almost giving me a vibe like they was clicking up against her. She was feeling excluded and left out of the fun or socializing or something. Beyond that, she's burnt out and tired anyway, so she's just withdrawn by herself. But when dealing with people, because of all this shit, now she has to be very formal and businesslike to make sure that she's not a doormat. but then people are looking at her like she's doing something wrong, like like she's an old, like, you know, like just an old witch, like that, like that's all they're saying. And then there's some woman, like I said, she had a tiff, she had whatever she had with this woman, and then all of a sudden this woman is like betraying her out of nowhere, like going spinning the block on it, and it's like what is the reason for all of this? But it's somebody that maybe she has like a superficial relationship with, or now they have a superficial relationship because there's a rift. There's some type of rift between her and a woman who she used to be cool with because of a betrayal, but she had a companionship with this person. But I'm not able to see the person. There's no women in this spread, so I can't tell you like Queen of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, Queen of, you know what I mean? You know, Queen of Wands, Queen of Cups. Sometimes those are sisters. Queen of Pentacles is a mother. You know, some Queen of this is a wife. This is a single woman. You know, you could describe it like that. I don't see it like that. I just see the High Priestess in reverse, and she represents a woman who you was cool with that betrayed you and that you're not cool with no more, and now there's some type of rift between you guys. You know what I mean? But that woman also does like, I mean, it's hard to say evil things, but sometimes that woman can be like doing some evil shit, like evil unnecessary shit when it's in reverse. You know what I mean? However, I will say this. I feel like Melody, she might be independent per se, but she does like to belong. And this ostracization, which I think is a form of a psychic attack, it's like a mind manipulation, bending, I don't know, it's just funky energy that I'm not really feeling, but I feel like it's taking a hit on her confidence. That feeling of, you know, of being left out or whatever. But it's also making her feel more resolute in the fact that I'm on my own. You know what I mean? So I feel like that may be why she's not promoting the show, because she has she's like, I'm on my own. You know what I mean? And maybe there's an acceptance of this. If it's not an acceptance of it, it's it's for damn show clarified. It's no more guessing. Like, she knows for a fact she doesn't have any allies anymore, no matter who they are. And like I said, she may have had one last person, but you know, she might feel also too. You know, she might feel like she's losing herself a little bit, but I don't feel like she's losing herself. I just feel like she's tired, like she's just drained, and her mind is thinking about things that are like, she's trying to attribute it to one thing or another. Like, oh, like I don't, like, is this who I am? Like, is this how I want to appear? Is it, you know, like she's second guessing herself. Like I said, lack of confidence, things like that, hidden information coming out. So she's thinking about like, man, is this like what I want? Is this who I really am? Like, what do I really stand for? Like, all that type of stuff is keeping her up at night. But really, she just needs to turn off the lights and go to sleep. Just go to sleep. She's just tired. You know what I mean? And feeling very withdrawn, you know? There's also, I feel like there's a woman, I don't know if this is Nell. I got to do Nell's reading. I pulled a preliminary spread on Nell, and it was just coming up with information about Chris, and I don't know if they in therapy or what they going through, but I was looking for more show information. But this spread is also saying that there's a woman who knows something that they're not telling her, but they're supposed to be cool with her. You know what I mean? They're like denying her the information or something like that. You know what I mean? Yeah, so she's looking at them like, okay, you undependable. I can't depend on you no more. And maybe she's sensing like some coldness or insincerity on their part. And that's making her like, okay, I'm off you. Like, let me keep my distance with this person. You know what I mean? Yeah. Also, Melody's, her cycle could be off too right now. I don't know if she's having like spotting. I don't know if you guys are like that, but like when you get super stressed out, your period changes, whether it gets longer or shorter. But the moon card is here in reverse, the high priestess in reverse, 10 of swords. That can represent like problems with like, you know, having like irregular periods. But with that Ten of Swords, I think it's due to stress, especially with that Nine of Swords there too. She got the 9 and the 10 of Swords in the same spreads. That's stress. That's stress for sure. And she got the Knight of Swords. She's coming in as the Knight of Swords. But I will say that the Knight of Swords is in reverse. So it's not as aggressive or hostile in energy as it is when it's in the upright. When it's in the upright, it's like actively doing aggressive things towards others. When it's in reverse, I find that energy is like in a much more, I don't want to say diminished state, but it's definitely more neutralized. You know what I mean? So I don't feel that she's necessarily being aggressive right now. This is somebody who's being passive. And like I said, it may be something that she came into information about, but she doesn't want to deal with. Like she's not in a confrontational space, but at the same time, she's like working things out in her head. But at the same time, she needs to put those things down and just take a break. Take a break. You know what I mean? There's something she has to do or she needs to do that she's delaying. I don't know what that's in regards to. There's something that she's supposed to be saying. I don't know if that has to do with court. With this Sun card, there's some information she's supposed to provide that she's delaying. You know what this makes me wonder? I wonder if she was like supposed to give up her financial records for court or something like that, and she don't want to. You know why? Because this is about some paperwork too. And this is like saying, okay, it was like a deadline on some paperwork, right? Or some communication or something you were supposed to do. It was a deadline on it. And it's a consequence or like some type of repercussion for not giving this information. And so that makes me wonder if for a court, they were requesting her financial records. And maybe she's holding that back because, I don't know, maybe, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. But it looks like that's not an option. You know what I mean? She's mentally closing off. She's mentally closed off for sure. Oh, she got the 7 of Wands in reverse with the 2 of Cups. See, I think, Melly was dating. I don't know. They might have broke up though, because she got 7 of Wands in reverse with the 2 of Cups, and then that spins into the 9 of Pentacles. And that's like going from being in a relationship to being single with the Judgment card in the middle. You know what I mean? But like I said, like I was showing earlier, there was some potential disagreements between her and another person regarding some control issues. 7 of Wands in reverse, that's the person being confused too about, and then it's clarified by the 2 of Clubs. Yeah, that's a person, that's somebody that's confused about a relationship and pretty much not knowing if she needs to like pursue this any further, or if she should back up, or if she should, needs to be firm with this person. Like somebody's pulling a switch on her, and maybe it's a test with the Judgment card. Sometimes I think of the Judgment card as test. And, like I said, when you change, you go through trauma, lo and behold, you're going to come to a test. You know what I mean? And I can tell you, just as a woman in her 40s, that you're going to get one relationship, maybe before you get married, or maybe before you meet your real actual person. And this person is going to be a culmination of every bad experience or lesson that you ever had to learn. And I feel like it's to prepare you for your hoorah, your big one. It's possible that she's meeting with some of the same energy in a new person that she had in a previous relationship and was supposed to learn from. But she's confused by it at the same time and not knowing what to do or hold her ground or something like that. And it's the test. You know what I mean? And it's gonna happen in a snapshot. It's almost like Judgment Day. Now, you know what? That's funny that word came out of my mouth, because the Judgment card is here. You know what I mean? Now, the Knight of Swords in reverse I have to say this, y'all. It can be about a temper tantrum or being like getting riled up over something that wasn't fair. So maybe she feels like something unfair happened, or maybe she feels like it's unfair that she had to provide or was being requested to provide her financial records or something like that. And she like is delaying it out of like a tantrum or something like that. But it's something unfair. It is something unfair that's going on. I will say that. But I feel like she's like not answering to it out of like defiance or rebellion or not wanting to, but it's something that this ain't the time for attention, because it's going to be some repercussions that you ain't really ready for. And then you got the Queen of Swords in your external environment. Woo! Okay. Hear me on this. The Queen of Swords in reverse, she's not an attorney. Okay, I'm going to say that, right? However, the King of Swords is. The King of Swords is a judge or a lawyer. Now, the Queen of Swords is in the external environment, and then I have that under the Justice card. Queen of Swords is unfair. King of Swords is a judge. The Queen of Swords is not a judge, but this is still making me feel like, is there an unfair, wicked? Queen of Swords is wicked. Is there a wicked judge or a wicked older woman driving something? Now, Queen of Swords is a gray-haired woman. I will say that. Remember I said I wasn't looking at any women in this spread? There's a woman here now. This is a gray-haired woman. And then it's clarified by the Hermit, which is an older woman. So there's an older woman in her external environment. Oh, this could be at work. 8 of Pentacles here, 6 of Pentacles. Yeah, but the 6 of Cups. So that could be about kids. 8 of Pentacles has to be about work. There seems to be like an older woman. This is in her external environment. Older woman with gray hair that's using some type of like evil tactics against her in some type of way. Something malicious, something cruel. I feel like maybe this person has a bad temper, whereas Melody is throwing a temper tantrum. That makes me wonder about the correlation between these two. And and then you look at it, it's like Knight of Swords, Queen of Swords. This is an age difference. This is definitely someone who's older than her, but yet someone who's demonstrating like negative, like mean, spiteful behavior towards her. Or there's this older, spiteful woman in her midst. I don't know. Shit, is that the Lady Sherelle's world? I was going to do a little, because this is a work environment at the same time, but I was looking at the dynamics of Sherelle making all those videos about her and where that was coming from. And then I was thinking about just the fact that Melody, she's not a young woman, you know what I mean? But she's a lot younger than Sherelle. And I'm like, why are you picking on this younger woman? And they, like it's like they're similar enough to me. They're similar enough aesthetic wise to Sherelle to be able to see a younger Melody in herself, or you know what I mean? So it's like you don't resonate with her like when you were back her age or anything like that. And I think she does, but I think she has some type of like score to settle based on like the age difference between them. I'm like, did you get cheated on with a woman like her? Did your man, like there seems to be something there personal. You know what I mean? And I just thought about that. Now she don't have gray hair though, so I can't say this is her, because this is definitely a gray haired woman, a woman with gray hair. Definitely. I don't know. Yeah, but it, like I said, it looks like somebody is kind of like spiteful. You know what I mean? Or being malicious. Sometimes the Queen of Swords in reverse, she can be like a narcissistic woman, if you will. You know what I mean? I'm just taking it like the male version of a King of Swords in reverse. But in any event, somebody is being like hypercritical or being just harsh with her. You know what I mean? And I feel like maybe it's part of a mind game a little bit. The Queen of Swords, she can play mind games. But with the Queen of Swords and the 6 of Cups, I feel like this is somebody like trying to sun you or that could feel like they're trying to keep you in a child's place or keep you beneath them, just because they feel entitled to be over you. But if they're not getting that respect, then they turn to like being mean or cruel or manipulative or underhanded or vengeful or whatever it is that they do. You know what I mean? Also very narrow-minded. Very narrow-minded. Whoever this person is. And it could honestly, and then the Queen of Swords represents a divorced woman, but when I'm looking at the Lover's card in reverse, the Queen of Swords in reverse, and the Justice card, and this being in the external environment, it could be someone who's working with the divorce or help or handling the divorce. You know what I mean? It could be something like that. But whatever she is, she's malicious. And there's things that she does like on purpose. With those envy cards, though, I don't know. It just makes me wonder. Now, the hopes and fears was the Justice card. Now, this Justice card is what made me pull the spread. I mean, not pull the spread, but what reminded me of the court situation. And it's in the hopes and fears section. See, and then it popped out with the Hierophant in reverse and the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, this is crazy. This is like they're trying to take some money from her. Yeah, they're trying to take some money from her. Yeah, we got the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, the Hierophant in reverse, and the Justice card. This is like something in the legal system where they want her to have less, or the Hierophant is like over giving, right? And then remember I was talking about something that was unfair, and then the Ten of Pentacles is about legacy wealth and legacy money. And this is giving me the vibe like when the Hierophant is unfair and over giving, but it's coming, and then your Ten of Pentacles gives you less. This is making me feel like somebody required you to overgive because you seem to have like wealth or legacy wealth, and they're trying to, with that Two of Pentacles, they're trying to like balance it. I really hope, because this isn't hopes and fears, which means that it doesn't have to have happened yet, but I'm really hoping that this is not going to result in her having to pay Martell some type of child support. Especially with the disclosure of the records, this Ten of Pentacles in reverse, Hierophant in reverse, Justice card. This is like something going on in that court system over something. You know what I mean? And it doesn't have to have happened already. But the Wheel of Fortune was here in the near future, and this is like a change in circumstances. And the Wheel of Fortune is like the circumstances change, but it's through some malicious intent on some woman. We saw the gray-haired woman, and then we saw the High Priestess, and to me they're kind of like one and the same, because the High Priestess was in her external environment, or was conscious, or was known to you. Not external, it was in your, was conscious, was known. You know how I say subconscious, that's things that's influencing the situations that we can't see. Conscious is people that you're aware of. So she would be aware of this woman, and then in her external environment, which is outside influences, then we have that Queen of Swords in reverse with the Hermit card. So that's a mean ass older woman. And then you have that with the Eight of Pentacles and the Six of Cups. That's working with some kids, or working on some kids, or work, or having work to do with the kids, or even maybe something with the kids' money, or maybe this is something with the kids making money. But whatever it was, it's a situation that's unfair, and Melody appears to be throwing a tantrum and delaying providing some information required for her, and there's a repercussion for that. And like I said, just my wild guess, it's like it's feeling to me like you're not giving them the records that they want from you. And maybe because they're I mean, the way I see it is like they looking for her financial records to show that she had to get some child support order. That's the way I see it. 10 of Pentacles in reverse, 6 of Cups upright, Hierophant in reverse, Justice. This is money in court. Then in your outcome, you got the Eight of Swords. That's being in a bind. That's being in a bind, but it's also hoping with this Two of Pentacles, maybe there's some type of clause or something that could like bail you out or rescue you. You know what I mean? But her hands are tied. You know what I mean? Her hands are tied about something. Yeah, so I don't know, you guys. I think, yeah, maybe her reasons for not promoting the show just have to do with personal things. I seen some video on the timeline about Martell and Ariane being out with a new baby. If that was them, you know, because, you know, I love y'all, but y'all titles be clickbaity as hell. Y'all be suspecting. I'm like, what? Where's the justification? But if that was them, I haven't seen any babies at all in any of their spreads, and it don't make sense to me that they would be out with a new baby and not the baby that they already have at a family event. So if that was them, I don't know about all that. And listen, some people do push small children around in strollers. That's up to 5 and 6 years old if they can't walk fast enough, or if they fear their safety. You know what I mean? I haven't seen no new babies. Martell and Ariane are not together, or they weren't together. I seen him spinning the block in that last reading we did. I think I wrote it in the title because he was having some insecurities or something like that, but I don't know. But anyways, you guys, yeah. So yeah, basically she's burnt out, tired, some unfair shit's going on. Yeah, so she got a lot going on. So I think that's why she's not promoting the show. But anyways, let me know what you think down in the comment. My next reading, I'm going to be looking into Nell Fletcher. My plan was to try to get it out before the show came out, or the show premiered tonight. I don't have cable, so I'm not going to see it until OWN puts out the clips. But anyways, I'll do the best that I can. All right. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like the video if you haven't already. Make sure that you're subscribed to the channel, that you have your notification bells on. Also sound off in the comments. Let me know what you think. What are the puzzle pieces? What do you know? What can you plug in? Yeah, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Don't forget to check me out on Etsy. My personal readings are booked right now, so I'm sold out. I'm only gonna open up maybe 7 or 5 per week, just because I can only do like 1 or 2 a day, energy wise. So I'm not, when they sell out for the week, I'm not gonna re-up them until the following week. But other than that, products are still available. Self-care products, self-love spells, spiritual baths, alchemizer waters, balms, all of those are self-care. So you guys check me out on Etsy. Link is in the comment and description of all of the videos. Hope you guys enjoy your day, and I'll see you guys around.